Hello students, this is Usha from GK Jain High Secondary School. Today we are going to see about the AC generator. It is a device used to convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. And a model is also shown to you. Let you all watch the video and learn the concept of AC generator. Electromagnetic induction and alternating current part 5. AC generator. AC generator or alternator is an energy conversion device. It converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. It works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. The relative motion between a conductor and the magnetic field changes the magnetic flux linked with the conductor, which in turn induces an EMF. The magnitude of the induced EMF is given by Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction and its direction by Fleming's right-hand rule. Alternator consists of two major parts, namely stator and rotor. Stator is stationary while rotor rotates inside the stator. In any standard construction of commercial alternators, the armature winding is mounted on stator and the field magnet on rotor. Now first we'll start with the stator. So stator is stationary which has armature winding mounted in it. Stator frames the outer frame used for holding stator core and armature winding in proper position. Stator frame provide best ventilation with the help of holes provided in the frame itself. Stator core or armature core is made up of iron or steel alloy. It is a hollow cylindrical and it is laminated to minimize eddy current loss. The slots are cut on inner surface of the core to accommodate armature winding. Armature winding is the coil wound on slot provided in the armature core. There are two types of winding commonly used. They are single layer winding and double layer winding. This is a diagram shown for the stator. Next we will talk about the rotor. Rotor contains magnetic field winding. The magnetic poles are magnetized by DC source. The ends of the field windings are connected to a pair of slip rings attached to a common shaft about which rotor rotates. Slip ring rotate along with the rotor. To maintain connections between the DC source and field windings, two brushes are used which continuously slide over the slip rings. There are two types of rotor used in alternators. They are salient pole rotor. Another one is cylindrical pole rotor. The word salient means projecting. This rotor had a number of projection poles having their bases riveted to the rotor. It is used in low speed alternators. So the rotor consists of a smooth solid cylinder. The slots are cut on the outer surface of the cylinder along its length. It is suitable for very high speed alternator which is nothing but cylindrical pole rotor. Advantages of stationary armature rotating field alternator. A few of them include the current is drawn directly from fixed terminals on the stator without the use of brush contacts. The insulators of stationary armature winding is easier. The number of sliding contacts is reduced. Moreover, the sliding contacts are used for low voltage DC source. Armature winding can be constructed more rigidly to prevent deformation due to any mechanical stress. Single phase AC generator. In a single phase AC generator, the armature conductors are connected in series so as to form a single circuit which generate a single phase alternating EMF, and hence it is called single phase alternator, which is shown in the diagram. Assume that the initial position of the field magnet is horizontal. Now we'll see about the working. The loop PQRS is stationary and it is perpendicular to the plane of the paper. When the field windings are excited, magnetic field is produced around it. The direction of the magnetic field passing through the armature core is shown in the diagram. Let the field magnet be rotated in clockwise direction by the prime motor. Assume that the initial position of the field magnet is horizontal. At that position, the direction of magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane of the loop PQRS. The induced EMF is 0. This is represented by the origin O in the graph between induced EMF and time angle. When the field magnet rotated through 90 degree, magnetic field become parallel to PQRS. The induced EMF across PQ and RS would be maximum. So since they are connected in series, the EMF are added up and the direction of the total induced EMF is given by Fleming's right-hand rule. The current flows along PQRS. The point A in the graph represents this maximum EMF. For the rotation of 180 degree from the initial position, the field is again perpendicular to PQRS and the induced EMF becomes 0. This is represented by the point B. The field magnet become again parallel to PQRS for 270 degree rotation of the field magnet. The induced EMF is maximum but the direction is reversed. Thus the current flows along SRQP. This is represented by the point C. On completion of 360 degree, the induced EMF becomes 0 and it is represented by the point D. From the graph, it is clear that EMF induced in PQRS is alternating in nature. Therefore, when field magnet completes one rotation, induced EMF is PQRS finishes one cycle. The graph for single-phase AC generator is shown. When omega t equal to 0, epsilon will be equal to 0. When omega t is equal to pi by 2, sin pi by 2 is maximum, so you have the 90 degree, so at the point A it is going to be maximum. When omega t is equal to pi, sin pi value is 0, so at the point B they come around 0. When omega t equal to 3 pi by 2, sin 3 pi by 2 value is minus 1. So epsilon is equal to minus epsilon m but in the opposite direction. When sin 2 pi is equal to 0, then we have epsilon equal to 0 which form a sinusoidal curve. AC generator or alternator is an energy conversion device. It converts a mechanical energy into electrical energy. Alternator produce a large-scale electrical power for use in homes and industries. Alternator worked on the principle of electromagnetic induction and the direction of induced current obtained by Fleming's right-hand rule. This is the model shown over here. It consists of majorly of two parts, namely stator and rotor. Stator is a stationary while rotor rotates inside the stator. So for commercial alternators, the armature winding is mounted on stator and the field magnet or rotor. So we are able to see this model now. This is the stator. So inside we have a core, right? So then we have a armature slot on both the edges of the core, and the outer one is called as the frame, where they have wound on slots provided in the armature core. One or more than one coil may be employed depending upon the type of alternators. So the PQRS is the wire which is we are going to construct in a form of a rectangular loop, and they are connected to the two brushes. The two brushes are connected to an DC power supply. So this is called as your rotor. So the rotor, this is the salient pole rotor, where we have a north pole and a south pole. The slip rings shows they are connected to the two edges of the north pole and the south pole. Three-phase AC generator. Some AC generator may have more than one coil in the armature core, and each coil produces an alternating EMF. In these generators, more than one EMF is produced. Thus, they are called polyphase generators. Advantage of three-phase alternators. Three-phase system has many advantages over single-phase system. First one, for a given dimension of the generator, three-phase machine produces high power output than a single-phase machine. For the same capacity, three-phase alternator is smaller in size when compared to single-phase alternator. Three-phase transmission system is cheaper. A relatively thinner wire is sufficient for transmission of three-phase power.